This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid al-Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, officially launched the groundbreaking of the new Meydan One Mall development. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed led the delegation at the development site and broke the first ground for construction. The centre point of the development, which is the Meydan One Mall, scheduled to be completed in 2020, will see 620 retail shops, and with its smart technology and retractable skylight, is said to redefine shopping, leisure and entertainment. The largest dancing water fountain in the world will act as one of the mall's main attractions, as well as a 1-kilometre indoor ski slope with 4- and 5-star hotel rooms and apartments. An indoor multi-purpose sports facility will also be located within the mall, with sport fields and courts to cater to football, basketball, volleyball, indoor cricket, mixed martial arts and much more. The outdoor sports options will include football pitches, mountain biking, walking and running trails, a skateboard park and a BMX park. The Meydan One development will become home to more than 83,000 residents and is set to break at least 7 world records, with a 711-metre tall Dubai One Tower, a 7-kilometre boardwalk, a 300-kilometre long beach and a one-of-a-kind heritage village. The Minister of State for Financial Affairs has announced that tobacco and fizzy drinks are expected to be taxed this year. Obaid Al-Tayer made the announcement as the Federal National Council approved a draft law setting up the Tax Procedure Bill, which is a legal framework for taxation that will help with the collection of taxes, including fines. While the GCC countries have agreed to implement a 5% VAT starting from next year, Mr. Al-Tayer stated that a UAE law on excise duty for tobacco and fizzy and energy drinks is expected to be issued this year. He noted that duty on tobacco alone is expected to bring in 2 billion dirhams in annual revenues, but it's too early to estimate revenues from drinks as consumption is likely to fall. The minister was quoted saying that the cap for excise duty is 100%, but it could be less and depends on the law for each country, and that countries that share borders with the UAE should implement VAT together in order to avoid hurting the economy of another neighbouring country. Road fatalities over in the capital fell 25% in the first 2 months of 2017. That's compared to the same period last year, according to the latest figures released by traffic police. Brigadier Ali Khalfan Al-Daheri, the Director of Central Operations at Abu Dhabi Police, also revealed that road accidents fell by 4% over the period, and that the department would continue its efforts to attain the highest levels of road safety. This will be done through the launch of awareness and education initiatives, further partnerships with the community, and the introduction of the latest smart traffic management and monitoring systems. And over in al-Khaimah, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development has announced the closure of a lane at the Badee Interchange towards the Emirate, and that's due to roadworks, with a reduced capacity of 2 lanes instead of 3, starting from 1 a.m. on Friday until 5 a.m. on Sunday. The ministry warned road users and drivers to take all precautions and care while driving, and also abiding by the traffic rules and regulations and staying within the speed limit in order to maintain safety. The Computer Emergency Readiness Team at the Telecommunications Regulatory Authority successfully uncovered 1,054 cyber attacks in 2016. Engineer Mohammed Al-Zaruni, the director of the TRA's Policy and Programmes Department, in a statement to Emirates news agency WAM, said that these cyber attacks look to deface and block government websites, including the denial of service, hacking, deception, fraud and identity and document theft. He noted that private companies were the most vulnerable to the attacks, registering 510, followed by 463 against government entities. It was noted that the government sector experienced fraud, web defacement, malicious code, unauthorised access, scans, stolen credentials, among others, while the private sector experienced phishing and fraud, malicious code, inappropriate content, and the denial of service. as a cybersecurity coordination centre, aeCERT, stated that they aim to improve the UAE's overall cybersecurity condition by sharing cyber information and coping with cyber risks faced by the UAE. The Ministry of Interior is set to launch an awareness campaign on the use of drones this coming Sunday, under the slogan of "You are responsible." The campaign will continue throughout the year, in cooperation with the Public Civil Aviation Authority in the UAE, and will raise awareness about the rules and regulations of using drones, according to the legal conditions of safety and security. Colonel Saeed Al-Khaja, the head of the Aerial Support Department in the Public Security Support Department, said that the Light Aerial Support System Implementation Committee decided at its last meeting to limit the use of drones in approved and identified areas by the General Civil Aviation Authority. It was added that the aim of the law is to not prohibit the use of drones, but to get it streamlined while also highlighting registrations, as well as identifying specific areas and altitudes for the use of drones, which will help enhance performance and services to owners. And finally, looking to other news now, Dubai played host to some of the best photographers in the world on Wednesday for the 6th season of the Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid AlMaktoum International Photography Awards. The theme of this year's competition, the challenge, again saw a strong level of interest from the global photographic community, with the grand prize winner receiving $120,000. With the event being held at Dubai's new Opera House, the organisers, HIPAA, took advantage of this unique, musically inspired location and produced a show that blended classical music with the art of image in an event billed as the Symphony of Photography. The 30-piece orchestra, conducted by Patrick Soulier, performed original compositions created by renowned composer Hugues de Coursin, inspired by the 4 photographic categories of general colour and black and white, digital manipulation, portfolio collections, and the main challenge category. This year, through a series of special awards, HIPAA also recognised acclaimed Magnum photographer Elliot Erwitt, as well as regional photographic organisation the Beit al-Zubair Foundation.
It's apparent that regionally HIPAA has attracted a lot of attention. I still think some of the US in particular, some of the European countries, they should be more aware of this. I was recently in China. I had an exhibition there, and I shouldn't have been surprised, but a lot of people knew about HIPAA, India, in China, and all those places. So it's growing. Every year the theme is very challenging and very emotional. It conjures some emotional. So the theme of the challenge was actually quite a challenge, both to create as a photographer and to judge as a member of the jury. The results, I think, are wonderful. We're all happy with it. And the quality of the pictures and the way it was presented in the awards ceremony, I thought was wonderful. With music behind it, it doesn't get better than that. Music and photography speak volumes. It's a symphony.
Spread over a series of categories, HIPAA continues to innovate with the selection of its themes, which, according to the organisers, allow photographers the opportunity to creatively explore these genres, developing unique and creative interpretations in each of the categories.
There were literally thousands and thousands of images that we looked at and considered. And the judges were broken up into groups to take on each category at the first round. And then we all came together at the end to score images from 0 to 100. And the scores add up. And at the end, they're tabulated by the HIPAA staff. And the prizes are awarded. It's just several days of kind of nonstop looking at images. It's a great experience, just to have that experience to see the images from everywhere and be part of the contest. It's amazing. I mean, Dubai is an amazing place, and having that all come together in this place and this award ceremony, it's just a lovely thing.
I think contests like this are important because it really brings people from all over the world together, and that's a really important aspect of this contest because it is worldwide. I also think that we saw some really incredible work, and to be in contests, it really makes you strive to take better photos, and the competition helps that.